Before the madness of my day starts, I take a few moments to myself, get my head around what needs to be done. It mostly involves thinking about where I can save time and making sure I have all the ingredients that I need. I am cooking for Kumari and her husband Terence. They've just moved into a beautiful new home. The first time I cooked there was a couple of months ago for Terence's birthday, and I can't wait to cook there again. On Kumari's menu tonight, I'm starting off with a salad of crab, avocado, grapefruit, and topping that with an almond espuma. Main course is roast lionfish, fresh garden green beans in a shallot vinaigrette, finishing off with the ever dangerous but beautiful prune soufflé. Before I kickstart my busy day, I'm gonna make one of my old favorites, a springbok tartare. Add a bit of oil on your bread. Pop those back down. Put another pan on top if you like. Your diced springbok straight in. You can see that's hand chopped. I don't mind my raw meat a bit chunky. Start seasoning that, first of all, with a shallot. You can slice this if you want. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a dice. Boom. One fresh chili, just the tip of it. Put that in. Tarragon mustard. Pop in some hot sauce. Any of your favorite ones will do. A little bit of tomato ketchup, not too much. Nice amount of sweetness in there. Also, good amount of vinegar. A couple of fresh parsley leaves. Worcestershire sauce. Nice amount of that. A little bit of olive oil in there as well. Some baby gherkins. You want almost as many condiments in your tartare as you have meat, so it's not just a massive bowl of raw meat, basically. So be quite liberal with your courgettes and your capers. Just run your knife through those capers. Cool. Now, classically, you would bind this with a raw egg yolk as well. I'm not going to do that. Just got a hard-boiled egg, about 8 or 10 minutes. A nice fine grate on it. You could chop this up as well. Nice little fold through. Season it now. If you season this too far in advance, it does tend to change the color of that raw meat. You want to keep that nice pink blush, that raw springbok. Instead of the classic raw egg yolk on top as well, I'm gonna fry off a quail egg. Plate. While that's still nice and warm, what I want to do, just slice pieces of cold butter off, put it onto your warm toast. You're gonna just melt down naturally. Sriracha mayonnaise, just a couple little dots. Quail egg straight into your hot pan. As soon as they go in, a little bit of butter. You just want that crispy white on the bottom. Perfect, soft, runny yolk. Wow. First job on my list, just gonna pick some crab meat. Always pick your crab meat on a metal tray, even though you buy it already picked. And the last thing you want in your beautiful crab starter is a bit of shell. Oh, there you go. Little piece of shell already. Of course, being as fast as possible here, you don't want your crab meat to warm up. You still want to keep it nice and cold. Cool. Just take a little bit of paper towel, just dab your crab. A nice tight cling film on this, back in the fridge. Got a almond milk espuma going onto this crab dish. Almond milk, of course, not being milk at all. You cannot milk an almond. It's just pureed almonds left in a cloth to drain. A little bit of cream, just to give our espuma some body. Nice bit of salt in there as well. Into there, all I'm going to add is some soaked leaf gelatin. Just soak your gelatin in cold water. Another thing people are always scared of is over-soaking the gelatin. You can't over-soak gelatin. So that's going to set quite firm. It's going to be a sort of nice jiggle to that jelly. Goes straight into the espuma gun. Half that mixture goes into the gun. The other half just take along in a container. It's quite nice to just do little dots of almond milk jelly through that crab dish. These can just hang out there, cool down before they go into the fridge. One of the last bits of prep I've got to do for the starter is just segment some grapefruit. I'm gonna just give it a good peel down. Just take your skins. See, there's a tiny bit of juice left in there. So you can pop those in there. Pop your sieve straight on top, and you just want those perfect segments. And when you're finished as well, make sure you get all that juice out of there. Form the base of our grapefruit vinaigrette. Warm that grapefruit juice up, and we'll strain it off, whisk in some olive oil. Get this pan nice and warm, we can just speed up that reduction process. Just pop that through. We don't want that to reduce down too far either. Tiny bit of seasoning in there. Start drizzling your olive oil. You don't want to boil it again after you've started emulsifying it. There's a chance of that oil splitting out. It's going to work well. Sharp, sweet. Crack on with my next thing on the list. Start off with a dressing for the green beans for the main course. It's almost like a mixture between a dressing and a semi-split mayonnaise. A couple of hard-boiled eggs. Just grate your eggs in. Need at least 2 nice shallots for this. Kamari likes her food quite spicy, so I'm gonna get 2 nice hot chilies in there as well. Go again on the olive oil. Doesn't matter if it starts to split, it comes back together quite easily. Tiny bit of lemon. That is ready for us to go. Kamari's got some beautiful fresh curly parsley growing in her garden. Gonna get a nice whack of that through there. Bring back the 80s. Bit of curly parsley, gotta love it. Just got some pitted prunes. This is the base flavor for our souffle. Once those are boiled and plumped up, just chuck them through a colander, blend them up nice and fine. Second part of the souffle is gonna be a creme patissier, full fat milk, 1.5 liters. Gently warm this. This is gonna give body to our souffle. Cold butter is essential for this. 188 grams cubed cold butter, 312 grams of flour, good old cake flour. Flour straight into your butter. Just gonna blend that into a nice sea sand consistency. That's why it's so essential to have your butter chilled. If it wasn't chilled, it'll never work. Those blades cutting through that cold butter. What you need to do is whisk in 8 egg yolks, nice farm fresh eggs. And 8. Gonna take these egg whites with us. They're gonna form the meringue part of the souffle. See, steam just starting to come off that milk. It's gonna start thickening up immediately. Basically almost like making a white sauce backwards. Working the gluten in that flour, Want it nice and stringy. That's exactly what you're looking for. Look how it falls off. Get ready for your eggs, and then turn it off. Egg yolks are luxuriating that creme patissiere. Just leave them on that heat to cook through. Make a batch of this, let it chill, pop it in your fridge. Lasts for a couple of days. Last up on my list today, sort out my prune puree. Just pop this straight in. Anything you're gonna add to that creme pat needs to be quite thick. You don't have to thin it down. A little cling film on there as well. Do not want a skin on that. Cool. That's all my prep done. I get myself off to the market. A couple more things to pick up.
Oranjezegt City Farm Market is a market where people are passionate about buying the best ingredients they can get.
Chef Neill Anthony.
Richard Bossman, how are you, my man?
Happy to try something else.
You well?
Welcome to the market.
I've come here today to see if they've got some fresh green beans for me, but I've also heard that there are some Jerusalem artichokes available. I'm cooking in Paarl tonight, which is a beautiful area in the heart of the Highlands. It's about an hour outside Cape Town and really reminds me of my time in the Napa Valley. I'm cooking for Culinary and her husband Terence. They've just moved into a beautiful new home and I can't wait to cook there again.
Kumari is a massive fashionista.
Hi, Neil.
Hello. For me?
Good, I got you. From my
Awesome.
garden.
I'm bringing curly parsley back, by the way. I think
I
it should
see.
come back. I
good.
do need your hand with something. If you can advise me on what to use in that crab for a tiny bit of spice. I don't want to use the turmeric because it's going to turn it a weird orange color. What's this spice you got there?
Okay, so this is some curry powder.
Yeah,
It's
just
a mix.
mixed by your fair hands?
My mom.
Okay, which is even better. Awesome.
Yes, all the way from Natal.
So a tiny spoon of that's going to give that crab a little kick?
Yes.
Awesome. Get my hands nice and hot to roast these artichokes. Tiny bit of butter in there as well. Grab yourself an onion, just to flavor that butter with. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just wait until your butter starts to foam. Nice amount of salt. A couple more seconds on there. This is what you want. You're gonna start to see that little bit of color. While those are roasting, take your radish, give it a quick peel. You don't want to peel this too far in advance. It can start to turn color on you, but the vinaigrette's got a nice amount of acid in it and keep it nice and white. First layer of your dressing straight in. Daikon, radish, same thing. If you think of a thick matchstick, that's what you're looking for. Call this a Julianne if you're feeling fancy. I just like to call it matchstick. It'll mix around. When you're doing dishes like this, something as simple as fresh fish, green beans and a dressing, no need to mess around with it too much. Just gotta make sure the product shines through. Make sure the green beans are the best you can get. Make sure that fish is the freshest you can buy it. These can just sit here. Straight into the ice water. Keeping them nice and vibrant, nice and green. A little bit of bite to them.
Get a bit more dressing on top. Let's get your green beans in there. Just getting all that dressing, coating those beans. Take a couple of breakfast radishes, pop your mandolin over it. Another little crunch element to that starter. Just cover them in cold water, keeps them nice and fresh. Hello, darling. How are you, dear? Are you well?
Yes, and you?
Good to see you again.
Every party is different, every client is unique. You just have to read the room to judge whether to get involved with the guests or simply hang back in the kitchen.
Last thing to do before we get that starter out. Give a sear on this fish. Beautiful fresh king clip. Not gonna cook it all the way now. Sort of nice and medium rare and it's still nice and opaque. So that we can just finish it through the oven. Good bit of olive oil. Chop myself a chili for that. Seeds and all. When you get that fish in, just leave it. Don't go shaking it about. Want that perfect crust to form. Flip it over, a little bit of butter, straight out. I think we're ready to start assembling that crab salad. Start off with a nice amount of olive oil in our bowl. Get that chili in there. Grapefruit can now come off its paper towel. Give it a little season, a little drizzle of olive oil. Tiniest bit of black pepper on these. Just really lifts the sweetness. Crab meat. Beautiful, fresh, local avocados. Nice creaminess from this avocado. You're not adding a mayonnaise or anything into this crab salad. Find a little bit of oil through there. Take a nice ploosh of the parsley. Comes straight off the board, hit you straight in the face. Go over here. How many teaspoons of curry powder? 1, 2, 1.5? 2, okay, cool. I think we're about there. Start off with a nice amount of your crab salad in the bottom of the bowl. Just give your vinaigrette a nice shake up. Nice little scoop of your almond jelly. Gonna be the perfect little surprise as they break through that foam. Dot your grapefruit over the top. Strain that excess water off your radishes. Always put them that way down so you get that little cup that cups that vinaigrette when we put it on. You want to go foam, almonds, flowers, straight out. First up, you've got a crab salad mixed with avocado, grapefruit, topped with an almond espuma, some toasted almond, and a couple of little edible flowers on top.
Best exotic marigold chef.
The marigold chef, that's an awesome nickname. Thanks, guys. Should be just enough time for me to revive that salad, dress it in a bigger bowl, bring a bit more life to it. A couple of cashew nuts, just crush them in your hand. Dot your artichokes around. As that fish cooks, any juices that come out of it mixes with that burnt rosette, forms the perfect sauce. Finally, take that June spinach, mix it through that last bit of vinaigrette. Beautiful succulent leaves. So next up for the main course, you've got just a little warm salad of marinated daikon, which is that long Chinese radish, some green beans from the market, some little roasted Jerusalem artichokes, king clip, and then that little sort of succulent June spinach leaf.
That is absolutely amazing.
Very, very tasty.
Wow.
And as you do, you eat with your eyes as well.
Well, putting myself in a nice little stressful situation. Start off with your creme pat, a prune puree. 1, 2. Just pop it into some warm water while it's gently warm. Get ready to start your meringue. Just a French meringue this time. Room temperature egg whites. Lemon juice straight in. Slowly start to ladle your sugar in. No matter how many times I make these, they still stress me out. There's always that little bit of uncertainty. They're a beautiful, dangerous dessert. You can be quite vicious with your first whisk. Just get it in there, beat it about. You want to loosen that mixture enough so that you can fold through that second batch of meringue. Just lather it through. And then what you need to do, run your thumb along the side.
There's always that sort of unknown with the souffle. I mean, when you put it in the oven, is it going to rise or not? So for those 13 minutes, it totally encompasses my life, and I can't think about anything else.
I was going to say a little prayer. Make sure they work.
Whenever I do a souffle, I want to catch that dramatic moment as soon as it comes out the oven. So I always have my guests stand around the kitchen table, and it's best eaten straight away.
We used to do souffles and tatans at Restaurant Gordon Ramsay, but the tatans were for 2 people. So the tartare went out whole and they presented it at the table. We used to bring it back in and we'd cut it half and send it out. And if they had a souffle and a tartare on the same table, then you had to time it so that when the tartare went out, the souffle went in. It was all going perfectly swimmingly. And I took the souffle out and I put it, and it was perfect. It was like that. And I put it down on the plate. And as I put it down on the plate, it just went like this. Gordon hit the roof. You need to start eating them straight away. Whoa. This is like a vanilla creme fraiche. Just on the top.
You know, you have to absorb this, you know, like chocolate
It's ridiculous.
in your mouth. You know, this is sensational. It's like an explosion in my mouth.
It's definitely worth all the stress and all the calories.
Like we end of the night saying, the best marigold.
Nice. Thanks, guys.